Hello, my friends. I'm excited to be here with you all on the ADSR channel. It's been a while since we've done this, but what's up? Welcome. If you don't know me, my name is Taetro. I'm an electronic music producer, electronic music mentor. Got my own YouTube channel where I do tutorials and performances and stuff. And occasionally I'm here on the ADSR channel talking about different plugins, beat making techniques, different gear, different releases. And that is what we're going to do today. I'm actually pretty excited for today's stream. I see a few of you already jumping around in chat. So what's going on? I'm mostly monitoring the YouTube chat today, just because of the tech situation I got going on here. But I'll say hi. What's up, Gustavs, Alex, Rakesh, Bad Boy, Kalana, hi, what's up? Mitch Brown, Raffle, Triple is here. What's up, Triple? SV Offs. Himanshu, what's going on? I'm stoked that there's a few people from my community here as well. Today's going to be a fun day. We're going to make some beats. Going to talk about this plugin that you can get for free on ADSR just for this month. And we're going to have a good time. So if you have questions along the way, drop them in the YouTube chat and I'll do my best to answer them. And yeah, let's just chill and have a good time. So why don't we check out what we're working with today? I'll pause the background beats for now. What do we got here? Well, we have the I Heart New York by Baby Audio New York style parallel compressor plugin, which is free with any purchase on ADSR's website. So whether you're going to get a sound pack or whether you're going to get a course or another plugin, whatever it may be, all month, it's a little Valentine's Day gift, I think, because of the heart design, which I actually really like the visual design of this plugin. But you can get this for free with any purchase on ADSR. So make sure you use the link in the description. Check out the store, browse, get some stuff, some sample packs. I'm going to work with a sound pack actually today that's on the store. So maybe if you like that one, you'll want to pick up the sample pack, and then you'll also want to get this plugin. But what the heck is this plugin? Well, as you can probably imagine, it's a compressor, which we can talk about what a compressor does in general. And then it's a parallel compressor, which I think is important to talk about as well, because it's a kind of technique that some producers use, not all producers use. Some very famous producers use, like Andrew Sheps, who's pretty well known for a lot of hit records, including Red Hot Chili Peppers. He's very well known for those records, but he's a mix engineer, very famous mix engineer, and he is famous for his parallel compression technique. So that said, let's talk about like what the heck is parallel compression. And first, let's just make sure we understand what compression is in general. So at a very basic level, you have sound, and a lot of times that very professional, even sound that you hear in a lot of big productions is because some of the sound is compressed. That's also how we get a bit louder sounds as well. Basically, you're taking the high, the loudest louds, and the quietest parts of the music or of the sound, and you're compressing them. And what does that do? It brings them closer together. So the volume, what you're hearing is a lot more even. You're not hearing super quiet sounds that you have to listen to hard, or super loud sounds that you have to like take your headphones off. It literally compresses it. So soft sounds become louder, loud sounds become softer. And that's a very basic explanation because there's different ways you can tweak that, but compressing the sound, get that visual right there. Quiet sounds up, loud sounds down. That's a very, very basic understanding of what compression does. And normally, let's actually load up a sound here so I can demonstrate this. I'm going to exit out of the plugin for now. Let's grab, I'm using the Audio Caviar Chill Hop and Lo-Fi pack today, which is a cool pack. I'm going to grab some drum loops. Let's find one. Let's find a nice full drum loop. That's a fun one. I want something with not too much noise, even though we're working in lo-fi though, so they're probably all going to have some noise on them. Yeah, that one's fine. Or let's check one more. Yeah, I want something with tops in it. There we go. These loops are a little bit compressed already anyway, but I'm just going to drop this into this audio track here And as you can see, this is already like a pretty loud track. So there's a couple options here if we're compressing, right? I'm going to turn off the iHeart New York compressor for now. If we were just straight up compressing this track, what we would do is we would grab our very basic compressor, turn it on, and, you know, maybe start bringing the threshold down so it actually starts getting compressed. This will probably result in a higher volume. It's going to add gain most likely. And it's also going to start reducing gain. So as we start to compress that, here we actually lost some gain there, so I could beef it up in the output. But the entire sound of the drums is compressed. Let's do a little A/B test. That's with it off. Let me bring this volume up a little bit. Completely off, compressed. You can hear some of those quiet sounds coming up. And that's with it off. So what a parallel compressor does, instead of us completely compressing the sound, is what it does is it compresses the sound but blends it with the natural sound, the unprocessed sound, the uncompressed signal. Usually, so we have our beautiful iHeart New York Baby Audio plugin. Usually what it takes to achieve this in a DAW is setting up send and return tracks. So for instance, all the way over here, I got my return track and I have a compressor on it. So what I could do is feed this into a return track, and I would now get a compressed signal in addition to the dry signal. So it's a blend of the two. It's not just the compressed signal. It's not just the dry signal. Instead, it is the blend or a mix of the two, depending on how much you turn that return track up. That can get a little bit complicated, of course. And the iHeart NY compressor makes it a little bit easier, because instead of having to set up a return track and, you know, send that signal to it, we can put this right on the channel strip, and it is already setting, it's doing its own parallel bus thing for us, right? It's giving us a blend of the two signals. So let's just try that out. Right now, the parallel signal is all the way off. And, you know, right here, we're at 12 o'clock on both. As I add in the parallel signal, I will likely need to bring the output down. Because again, we're blending two signals together. That's really high. So that's like all the parallel signal. But if we leave it at about halfway. So again, we're getting some of the natural dynamics of the regular loop here. Then we're also getting a compressed version, which is going to add a little bit of body to this loop. Now the spank knob here, which is pretty funny, the spank knob is gain reduction essentially. So we can start with this all the way down. As you start to crank this, I mean, spank is actually a pretty good word for it, and you'll hear it as we go. So over here on the left, you can see how much gain reduction is happening. You hear how those very quiet sounds, like in between kick and snare hits, those sounds are brought up much louder when we crank that spank. And then of course, as we bring up that parallel signal, it's super loud. So we try to even that out and then bringing that up. So you don't want to go crazy with the knobs, of course. It's a very delicate process, but using this properly is a good way to beef up some of your sounds, not just drums. We can use this on all of our tracks today. Let's see if we can use this to benefit all of our sounds. All right, so that's a blend of the two. Let me put that output up a little bit more. Maybe add in a little bit more of that parallel signal. you know. And maybe this isn't the best sample to demonstrate this on because it is pretty loud already. However, I think you're getting a feel for it. And as we go through and make a beat today, we will continue to use the iHeartNY plugin. So that's with it off. And that's with it on. Is it from iHeartRadio? No, it's from Baby Audio, but that's funny. So is that a clear understanding, kind of, hopefully you get an idea like what is actually parallel compression. This plugin is free with any purchase on ADSR. So if you're thinking about this month purchasing some sounds or some courses or something, you will be able to add this to your cart, and then you'll get it in your email after you do your purchase. Cool. Triple says, hey, Taetro, I have a question. So the free DAW that comes with the MPK Mini Mark III, is it any good? Because I might get it. MPC Beats, it's not bad. It's not my favorite, but hey, if it's free, you can't really go wrong. It comes with the controller too, you know? I live in NY and I'm not sure I can hard it. That's funny. Well, Greg, here for you, man. Okay, want to get into making some music? Let's do it. I'm going to get rid of these tracks that I don't need currently. And maybe let's start with a top loop. And like I said, I'm going to use this Audio Caviar Chill Hoppin' Lo-Fi kit. Let's maybe grab a drum top loop, which I probably won't compress, but I will build a drum rack with some of these samples that we can go ahead and compress. Like I'll get a nice kick and a nice snare, and we'll be good to go. Perk. Sometimes I like to start with like a nice perk loop that sets up the feel of the track. Actually, I like that one. I prefer that one. All right, cool. Let's drop that in. These are at 85 BPM. My DAW tempo's at 82. Let's beef it up to 85. Connor, the spank knob, and as I start building this track and using the compressor more, I'll continue to reiterate it. But the spank knob is essentially gain reduction. All right, that's going to set up the feel of our track here. I think it gets a little weird after the first bar, so I'm just going to loop the first bar. And maybe I'll even pitch it down. And since it is just a top loop, let me go ahead and EQ out some of the, like I really don't need whatever that is in the lows, you know what I mean? Pull out some of that resonance there. Yeah, and like I said, let's start building a drum kit from this pack. And then now usually I use Basic Audio Processing Rack, which is a rack that I built, and it has a compressor into it. Let's turn that off for today, and let's only use parallel compression. Now, I don't always use parallel compression. I do have a parallel compressor set up on one of my returns. But, you know, there are so many producers that use it, and I think it gives you a little bit more of a natural sound, because instead of just full out compressing your sound, you are blending the natural uncompressed sound, which will have a little bit more dynamics, with a compressed sound, which will give you that even sort of more professional, quote unquote, sound. Ooh, these kicks are nice. I like that number 5. Might beef up the tempo. Working with the Akai MPK Mini here today. I'll switch to it as we start to play ideas in. Greg, the plugin is stereo. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong on that, but it's a compressor, so it should be stereo. So that kick is really robust. That snare comes through like in comparison comes through maybe a little bit thin, right? As we beef it up with the iHeart NY compressor in a minute after I add maybe a couple more samples. Or do we just keep it kick and snare for now? It's chill hop, right? And we've already got a perk loop. Let's do it. Let's just keep it. Maybe I'll grab one more snare and we can do something to it. And let's just add a reverb to one of these snares and we'll use it. Cathedral. We'll use it as kind of like a little fill. Maybe not that intense, too much pre-delay. Let's try a different reverb here. That just is gonna be a little fun thing to add. All right, with our loop here. Oh, I didn't put the parallel compressor on it. iHeart, here we go. So let's see if we can make a nice robust drum pattern with iHeart. Oops, we're not gonna save yet. We're swinging. I'm gonna do something a little less swingy, I think. Cool. I'm actually going to leave it a little bit unquantized today because why not? Let's just make sure that that is on the downbeat and we'll be good to go. We'll do this 4 bars. I haven't really dialed in the parallel compressor yet, so let's get that dialed in. Let me not be in the draw tool. Make sure this is on a clean one. We'll be good. All right, no parallel signal is here yet. Let's dial in. So it's just adding a little bit more body. It is subtle. I think that's the thing about, I mean, it doesn't have to be subtle, right? But again, why would we want that? When we're working in digital, you know, like it's so hard to get like a nice warmth. And a natural sound. It either sounds a little too clean or a little too digitally distorted. And I think this is giving these drums a little bit the body that we need. You know, the natural, just a little bit more of a natural body with that evenness that's provided by the compressor. So let's continue to add some sounds. Let's add some chords. Let's get some melody going or some harmony first, and then we'll add some chords. We got some Ableton presets here. I'm curious to see what we got going on. Ooh, that's a funky sound. Well, lo-fi chords. Let's see what that's all about. Ah, that's cool. Cool little bell sound. Let's just skim through some of these. Oh, that's really nice. Like a little bit of an organ. The full stack of effects there. Play a little bit lower. Even lower. Might kill the reverb on this. That's a nice delay on it too. It goes well with the beat, I think. Let's do that. 1, 2, ready. Actually, hold on. Let me switch my cameras. We'll play it. 1, 2, ready, go. Yeah, I don't want to do a 7th chord there. Let's try that again. Here we go. Oof, messy. One more time. It's a little early. I don't like that last chord. Maybe we'll just return back to the B flat. Yeah, that was too big of a jump. So let's just play. Yeah, let's record on top of that. All right. Hey, let's see what's going on with the iHeart compressor, and let's just throw it on these chords and see if it kind of has the same effect. Now this is already stacked with so many effects, so it might be worth throwing it in the chain here, maybe before some of those effects, but nonetheless. I mean, at the very least, we added some volume. You hear those transients on the attack? They're a lot more clear with that spank turned up. And that sustain of the chord is a little bit more solid too. I don't want to push it too far. Let's A-B it. It's definitely a little bit louder. Let's see if we can pull down the output a little bit to get it more even with the original signal. That's a little quieter now. Cool. One thing I'll add to this, we'll actually use the basic stock compressor to set up a sidechain, which is not something you would use a parallel compressor for, or maybe people will do that. I don't even know. Let's set up a sidechain here. Sidechain. We're gonna get the sidechain from the drum rack, specifically for our kick, and we're just gonna start getting a kick signal that's gonna make a pump. You can hear that ducking under our kick here. If I pull the threshold down. Real quick, let me throw that on before all the effects. I actually prefer it on top of all the effects. I'll have to get that compressor. I mean, that plugin, ABC. That's a good idea. All right, we've got that instrument. Let's add another layer on top. Maybe a melody. We'll have to add like a melody, a bass line, all that good stuff. We do have samples and one-shots. But let's continue to go through these instruments that we have here. Mellotron. Maybe that'll be a vibe. Very slow attack, looking for something a little higher. Here's like another way you could think about parallel processing too. Like instead of putting a delay on this track, I have a delay return track here. Basic delays. So I can send the signal of this synth to a delay. So instead of hearing just a delayed signal or just a dry signal, we have them combined. Whereas if we just threw a delay on the track, depending on the dry wet, we would have like we would mostly hear the delay signal. We wouldn't have the same, it wouldn't be the same sound. Let's continue. I want something a little more, I don't know. Yeah, something a little more like a keyboard is what I'm looking for. I like that. That was capture MIDI. That's a function in Ableton Live. It allows you to kind of get the sound, get the idea that you didn't press record for, which is really cool. Let me push that to the right. Could it use some parallel compression? Why not? There is already an OTT on it, which is a multi-band compressor. I would say so you notice what's happening there is the tail. We hear a lot more of the tail on the sound. Now, another thing I might do is just put this a little bit before the EQ. So the compressed signal then gets EQ'd. So if those tails are a bit louder and they have some of that lower energy or mid-range energy in them, I can roll it off a little bit. Or a little bit quieter, so I'll turn that output back up. Cool. I'm gonna copy and paste the sidechain compression onto the lead. And I might expand that lead to be a little bit of a longer melody. Yeah, I'll re-record over the back half of that. So as that rolls, here we go. Beautiful. So now we have this nice 8-bar melody that kind of ascends. And we got ourselves a nice little chill track for now. All right, let's keep it going. We need a bass line. Let's continue. I like to staying in a single sample pack is, I think, a really good creative technique. It limits your options. Otherwise, like I have so many sample packs, so many plugins, so many instruments built into the DAW itself. Like I assume like no matter who you are, what you do, you have a lot of options, even if you have one of these DAWs and you just have the stock sounds. Staying on a particular synth, staying in a particular sound pack, all great ways to limit yourself creatively, but also like keep yourself from trying to go for too many options, you know? Not sure if that's the bass sound that I'm looking for. I do not ABC. Should I get it? I like that, but it sounds like it has a reverb on it, which I am not. Oh, it has echo? Yeah, I kind of like it a bit drier. Trying to decide if that is that B flat too low. I don't know. Let's just try some ideas. Keep it going. Play the right notes this time. Yeah, I think those last 4 bars will do it. That's kind of something I do too. Just like leave it running. I know that I'm gonna not play the right idea every single time, and then if I finally get it, we stop rolling and we just grab it. Cool. Should we parallel compress it? I think it's kind of controversial. A lot of producers feel strongly about whether or not to sidechain compress the bass. I like to do it because I like everything having the pumping from the kick, but then again with the bass I do like to roll it off a general amount, so we still get a little bit of that attack on the bass. And here I'm ready to add like maybe one more layer of, actually let's see, let's dig into some of the samples here in this pack. Like what do we have for one shots? Is this all drums? Yes. We might stick with some of the synths. What are the synth loops is my question. Oh, those are some cool chords. We could definitely make a second beat and use some of these chords for sure. I didn't realize they were there. So cool though. What's in the construction kits? What key are we playing in? We're playing in D minor. Any stuff in D minor here? Not that we couldn't transpose. Cool. What do we have for stems here? There's a vocal stem. Now I like that because we can now throw that into our simpler instrument and not use it as a stem, but use it as an instrument. So I'll grab maybe that first note, hone in on it. Let's normalize the sample so it's got a better volume here. Now that had a fair amount of effects on it already. Whoa, that's a little low. I will crank the release a little bit so it doesn't just instantly end as soon as I lift my finger off the keys. And to kind of fake a little bit more of a tail, I'll turn up the reverb. And I know that it said the sample is in the key of D minor, so I'm going to assume that I need to tune this sample. Where are we? Utilities, tuner. Yeah, very easy. So we just go to controls, transpose. We want the C on our keyboard to match the C, to match to a C on our tuner. So for ID, we obviously have to go down to semitones. And now we can play in key with this vocal sample. Now, before we even get started on this, I'm going to paste the parallel compressor in there. It's going to help it blend. I might want to roll off some highs. This is a kind of a happy way to start the day, no? Just making a nice little chill beat. I don't want to interfere with any bass frequencies. We can, of course, check and see if Complex Pro. I actually might like that sound, but you can see how the warp modes change. How it sounds. Let's continue. Let's go ahead and play in a melody here. Figure out what we like. Let's just try. Record a bunch. That's close, but it's like a little too many ideas, so I want to keep it a little simpler. That's fine. I think there was maybe one spot that I didn't quite like where it went, but We don't need any more effects on that, I don't think. And I'm wondering if it even needs this reverb. Okay, let's, like, when I first finished this as I finished this first scene, I should say, I kind of like to start to think about the arrangement. Because it's going to get really hard to break out of this loop eventually. So if we start working on a timeline, hitting tab and getting onto the arrangement view, we can start to think of the track as a whole and not just the track as a loop. So here we go. What should we start with? Some chords, probably. Drop in right away with the drums. And maybe some drums and the perk. And we'll bring in our melody. Now maybe here we drop the kick, we introduce our vocal, which is interesting. I might filter that in and we'll lead up to another drop. All right, so we have the start of a little bit of a new section here. I don't know if I love that snare there, so I might choose to swap it out for a new sound. So you see how when you start plotting things on the timeline, it changes up your process so that you can now introduce new elements that you wouldn't have added had you just been working in the loop workflow of session view, you know? Maybe a short snare like that will work well. So I'm just going to throw this into my drum rack and we can try it out by taking this snare and just putting it up there. I don't think we need those. Maybe one time is okay, but not all those times. And what I meant by filter that in, instead of just introducing that vocal lead, is we can grab a EQ and filter. We'll grab the auto filter and throw it on here. We'll turn it on just for this segment. So go to automation. We're automating the on-off switch here. Automate it on, first of all. And then we will automate the frequency knob to start low and then build up. It'll sound like this. Cool. And as we start to build here, I'll drop some stuff out. Maybe we'll keep the chords going. And maybe we'll do a similar effect on the chords, but we'll sweep them out. Sweep the highs out over time. So same process. We'll turn on the auto filter here, because we don't want it on for the rest of our track. And let's go ahead and... Come on. Why is that so hard? Frequency. Click. Sweep it out instead, so we have kind of these opposite motions happening. But we maintain the harmony. Triple, thank you for hanging out in the stream. Appreciate it. Maybe I'll see you on stream on Saturday, tomorrow. And that'll make for like a really effective drop right here. So, cool. We have this so far. We're staying in this kit, but I'm wondering if there will be a new percussion loop that we can introduce. Which one did we use? 85 1 perk. This is in the same world, but I wonder if we can now drop that one. Yeah, I like that one because it's a little more like hi-hatty. Well, it's got a looser hi-hat feel, I feel. Or do I like this one better? Oh, that's not what I want. With the top end. Very crucial that sample packs have the options for, you know, just the top, the full. I think Ableton's doing some stuff with the quantization there. So let's duplicate that. And let's maybe introduce a new instrument that we can use to start this new drop section here. Think like it's just a big one chord is what I want to do there. Your boy Ken, what's good? Ken, nice to see you. Thanks for stopping by this stream. Organ? Just gonna try new sounds. We want a new sound for this new section. Not quite. That's a really nice sound. I might come back to that. A little bit too subtle. Lush synth, is that the way to go? See, that's the same kind of organ-y sound. What do I want here? What do I want? What's analog synth gonna sound like? Like I expected. Let's dig into like a serum preset actually for now. If for some reason we get a crash, I am using the Live 11 beta, which has been pretty stable, but I've had a couple crashes. This is also from Audio Caviar, so let's see what we have here. I want a nice thick pad sound or something. That's all the way in my left ear. But a nice new sound for this new section. Big. That's cool. That's a lead. Yeah, something like that that's arpeggiated could be fun. That will definitely provide us with a new sound for sure, because we don't have anything quite arpeggiated like that. And let's throw the arpeggiator on it. And we'll go up and down. Or will we go down and up? And we want a faster rate. Cool. Let's just try this. I don't know if it's going to work necessarily, and I might have liked it lower, actually. Let's return to our... I'm going to use the original drum loop just because I want to have a basis for our time here. A little off quantization-wise, but I kind of like it for the feel of this track. Just left it unquantized, you know? Let's record it. What's up, Apex or Apex? That's the wrong note. So where do I want to go after that? Got that nice 7 chord. I don't use only stock Ableton instruments. I was using some of the Ableton sounds from that sample pack, and now I'm actually using Serum, so. Good, so we'll only change those 2 notes. We'll do these. Perfect. Let's try it. Gonna have to fix this clip a little bit, but then we're good. I'm gonna have to quantize it, and then I played a little bit of extra note in my left hand, which we can fix. I am gonna grab the side chain. So again, we're transitioning to a new section here. Let's hear if this vocal, that's not what I want to do. If this vocal sample works over, maybe filtered out, it'll work a little better. Because right now it's a little bit bright, and I like the idea of going to this sort of darker section. Turn this on. Apex, you think so? Cool. I like it for now. But we got to add some more elements. I want to add like a nice long bass line. I wonder, this one kind of fades off. So maybe we should add, I'm going to actually duplicate Serum here, and we can go ahead and add, I want a nice long bass line. Oh, we don't need the arpeggiator here anymore. Let's stick in this Audio Caviar kit for now. And, oh, is this going to be a similar bass? Let's try it. Yeah, let's do that. Whoops. Here we go. Will I play the right note? Trying to push too many buttons at the same time. Yeah, the Serum sounds that I'm using are all from another Audio Caviar kit. So the original kit that I started pulling samples from is Chill, Hop, and Lo-Fi, and then the Serum pack, I believe, is Indie. This is another like ADSR pack. Audio Caviar 01. And then the Audio Caviar 03 is what I was pulling the samples from. All available on the store. And then you not only get the sounds, but you get the free parallel compressor. So think about it. Peace out, Apex. What's up, Connor? Oh yeah, I just answered a question. Connor, thanks for hanging out in the stream. You know what? Let's put the parallel compressor on the percussion track, because why not? Boom. Nice little B section here. I wonder if there's another synth sound we could add so it's not so sparse. Or maybe as we continue on, we'll introduce a new synth sound. We should also think about digging back into the synth sounds we already have instead of adding new ones, you know? Just clicked on the wrong thing. All right, what do we have here? I'm interested. What are some of these? Maybe even we could definitely also double some sounds that we already have. Nah, not quite that. Yeah, let's go back. I think I might want to double the line that is arpeggiated, perhaps. But let me go back. Let me dig through some of these. Not quite that, maybe. That reminds me of Animal Crossing. If we were going for that retro video gamey vibe, I would do it. I like it, what that adds to it. Let's add that. I can never hit the camera switch and the thing at the same time. Let's try that. On top. Okay. I messed up once. Let's quantize. Not like that. Give me 16ths. This has a nice sunny day vibe. Honestly, I don't think we need the vocal sample there. Bum, bum, bum. I think our drum kit needs an open hi-hat. Do we have any good open hi-hat samples in this pack? Help. These are all super short. So I don't think so. Let me see. Let me dig through my sample packs though. Oh, look, another audio caviar. Like, let's just see. Nah, I'm looking for a very long. I mean, a lot of these packs are from ADSR, but I'm looking for a nice long hi-hat, open hi-hat. That might do it. Yep, I think the yellow one is going to be it. We might have to pitch it up a little bit, but let's see what it sounds like pitched up. Yep, let's lay that on top. Plus sign on. Here we go. Now. Great. And actually, what I want to do is switch these and have that open hi-hat come in the second half of that section. I do think I want that first snare to be a little bit closer to the downbeat or on the downbeat. The rest of it we can leave a little bit unquantized because I'm fine with it. If you're watching in chat, what do you think of the beat so far? Where do we go from here? Let's actually listen back to what we have so far. And honestly, if this is supposed to be a lo-fi track, we might as well just throw an EQ on the master and just shave off all the highs, right? That's the difference there. I like it though. Should we pitch this sound up? Maybe a reverb? Ba, 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 ba. Put a reverb on this. I love landing on that downbeat. So what do we do at bar 37? Maybe now we bring in this vocal lead. Chris Hennessy, what's good, my friend? Then we drop out the drums there. And probably the bass as well. now we introduce something that we've already used to play something high. So all the sounds that we're using today are from packs, actually, that I got from ADSR. So Audio Caviar is the pack that we were initially pulling from, and I got the vocal chops from these vocal stems that came from one of the construction kits. All the drum samples, drum loops, and everything are also from there. All the Serum presets are also from there. And the most important thing about today is what we're doing. We're also using the iHeart NY compressor, which all month on ADSR is free with any purchase. So make sure if you're gonna purchase some of these sounds, you will be able to add this to your cart and get it for free. It's a parallel compressor. If you missed the beginning of the stream, kind of demonstrated the difference between parallel compression and compressor right on the track. But yeah. Connor Anderson, what's good? Yeah, hopefully Jester, that answered your question. Ba 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 ba. Oh, I was gonna introduce a sound that we've already heard, but play a new higher melody on it. Maybe bring back this loop. Very simple, just like get on this timeline. You're able to break out of your session loops, reuse instruments, add new instruments. You know, think of a rock band, right? The guitar player doesn't always play the same chords the whole song. Sometimes he breaks out into a solo. Sometimes he plays a lead part. Sometimes he plays a little riff. Sometimes he switches chord progressions. Think about your electronic music like that. Let's just try that. I just want to add something high on top. Try again. Close enough. I'm only going to use the second half of that though. I rolled that first chord, but I'm going to quantize. Actually, let me grab this last bar. Because the only part I didn't like of the first half was the last bar, so. Now we have to build this out to be more robust. I know I'm working on like a higher lead, which is kind of annoying on its own, but we will build it up because we're transitioning from this very full section. So I want to have something a little more robust now. So probably all right, let's add that bass line. I was allergic to that bass line, apparently. One more time. I'm messing up the rhythm. What I'm going to do is I'm going to play it a little bit shorter and then I'm going to make it legato later. cool. Yeah, I just don't think I want to leave it a little bit loose. I don't want to quantize it. I do want to make it legato though. All right, we have nothing in the mid range, which is annoying. I do want to lower this volume. Let me grab a utility actually. Anyway, if you're just tuning in, I hope you're doing well. Thank you for hanging on stream today. My name is Taetro. If you don't know me, I've got my own channel where I do tutorials and sample packs and beat performances, different things like that. I put out a video today. But so occasionally I'm here on ADSR's channel to talk about new plugins and free plugins like the one that you can get today for free and all month for free with any purchase on ADSR. It's the iHeart NY Parallel Compressor by Baby Audio for free on ADSR. Any purchase. All the sounds we're using right now are from ADSR, so if you like the sounds and you're gonna get a sample pack or a sound pack, just consider getting, well, don't consider, it's free. Get the thing, get the plugin while you're there. Let's lay down some chords here with that instrument we've already got. Let's be a little cleaner than that. All right, I'm gonna grab those first 4 bars. Leaving everything a little unquantized today, folks. We're a little loose with it, I guess. Tell me the track number, Jester. You want to see the effects? The only thing this thing is missing is some risers to transition from different sections. Not ready for that yet. Did I just scroll through the effects and I didn't even change my camera? Yep. Jester, if this is the track you're looking at, we got effects. Here we go. But yeah, let's add something arpeggiated on top of this, I think. Let's get it. I think we need something saw. 1, 2, ready, go. All right, good enough there. I did something weird at the beginning. Zeus makes music. What is up, Zeus? Welcome. Thank you, vibes. Yep, Jester, these are all the effects built into Serum on that track. Just got the arpeggiator here. Sidechain compression, that's it. Because we're pumping with the kick. Great, I really love this section. I love how this evolved into these sections, actually. I do feel like the beginning is a little bit dry, though, now in comparison, no? That's kind of usually how it goes. Here we go. Bum bum. Little drum drop there just to make things a little more interesting. And what I want to do is I actually want this to hang over so I get that downbeat of the kick there. Gotta tell you, I don't love this. Maybe it coming in the second half is fine. Dun, dun, dun. Introducing that open hi-hat. You notice that there's change every 4 bars. It's kind of my style. It's not my style, it's just like how to keep the listener interested, you know? It's very common technique. Not everybody does it though. I have a short attention span, so I'm composing for people like me. Ba-bam. And then we'll end in this little section here. I'm gonna duplicate this track, not because I want to double the bass line, but because I want to add another Serum instrument. One more Serum instrument, I think. And it's gotta be a lead. But not that. I think in a world that could work, but not for what I'm trying to do right now. Not quite. That could work though. In the second half of this section is what I'm looking for. Just lay a simple solo down. Let's loop this while we're here so we can just get a feel for it. I liked that. Did it record it? And this will be the outro of the track. We don't need that, or we could keep that and fade out. So we're gonna start to slowly fade things out here to end our track. I do want to kind of continue that synth line into the ending. This is a simple like little outro riff. Nah, one more time. Da 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 dun. And I held it that long because we are going to fade it out. Great. This is a fun little track. Let's keep going. All right, very simple outro situation here. Filters. We're gonna just filter everything out, I guess. Still getting used to the effects sorting in Live 11. Let's have a go here. And actually make sure that's only turned on here. And let's copy this filter. Put it on these things. And I think the only thing that doesn't need to as aggressively fade with the filter are the chords. Wrong. And so I'm going to get rid of that. Get rid of that. And the purposes of this little clip is going to be just to hold out the chord so that I can fade it out. Whoa, that's not what I want to do at all. Stretch them out. And then I can properly fade them out. Hello, please. There we go. Great. I'm pretty happy with it. I would, if I was gonna really finish this track, I would add some like FX risers and stuff to transition between sections, but overall, this was great. Let's listen to it back. Final thoughts, final questions from the chat. Happy to take them. So, again, as this plays out, let me just chill, let it play for a bit. Introduce the little vocal. A little bit of a build-up section. Yeah, so talked about parallel compression today. Using this iHeartNY Baby Audio plugin. And it's a really nice plugin because instead of having to set up your own bus, you can pretty much just use this on a track. You don't have to set up your own parallel compressor. You just throw this on a track and you automatically have access to gain reduction, output, and then mixing in your parallel signal. Gives you nice meters on the side. I really love the aesthetic of the plugin. And the most important part is that this plugin is free with every purchase at ADSR this month. It's like a little Valentine's Day gift because it's a heart, get it? But yeah, all the sounds we used today were from ADSR, and I know the links got dropped in the chat. So if you're interested in the sound packs, the serum presets, the samples, all that, that's all available. So if you're gonna buy one of those, you will get this plugin for free. Or if you buy anything on ADSR, other sample packs, courses, whatever. Worth checking out for sure. Highly encourage. We love free plugins, right? So take advantage. It's only for this month. Let's let this little outro play out. Perky says, every section sounds different, but yet it all works real nice in my opinion. Thank you. I'm working on like having different sections that blend together well. And Kirky, I didn't even know you were here on stream, but thank you for joining. So, like I said at the top, folks, my name is Taetro. I've got my own channel, youtube.com/Taetro, Taetro. I do live streams every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday on that channel, so I'll be live again tomorrow if that's something that you're into. I dropped a new video today as well as a new sample pack. It's worth heading over to the channel to check that out. I've got channel memberships with lots of cool perks and stuff. But yeah, make sure you use all the links that ADSR dropped in the chat and the links in the description. Go peruse the store, pick yourself up a new sound pack or sample pack. You deserved it. Some new presets, a new course. Treat yourself, and then ADSR will treat you to the free iHeart New York parallel compressor plugin. If you're new and we've never been introduced to each other, it'd be great. Go ahead and follow me on Twitter at Nick Taetro, NickTaetro, or at Taetro on Instagram. I post on those two platforms daily. On YouTube, like I said, I'm live 3 times a week, Taetro. And I also post videos weekly. So, yeah. hopefully you enjoyed the stream. You should like the stream. If you did, leave a comment on it when it's all over, because this stream will live on. You'll be able to go back and watch it if you caught it late. That's going to be it, though. Hey, thank you all so much for watching. This has been Taetro. Have a good one.